What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Starfield video. I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for this because people are going to disagree with me, but maybe by the end of this video you will agree. Does Starfield really have multiple endings? I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, 100%, no. It has one ending. And this is not just for me. The devs have been asked that question. They've been dodgy, but others have looked into it, and they just assume that because you go through the New Game Plus and you start off with a different suit, like the one that's you saw in the thumbnail, and you start another New Game Plus, whether you go through the game all over again or if you decide to just grab the artifacts and the powers, how does that game end? Whether you play through the whole game all over again or whether you go and just get the artifacts and the powers, when the game comes to an end, it comes to the same ending every single time. The differences are what you do in the game. If you side with the emissary, if you side with the hunter, if you have a companion that you're having a relationship with, they'll show the companion, they'll show things that you've done, but you're always going to see the same things. You're always going to see what Constellation's doing. If you've done the Terramorph thing, you're always going to see what the Terramorph thing is. You're always going to see, if you do the Crimson Fleet thing, whether you side with them or not, you're going to see the same thing. But no matter what all those things are, no matter what they are, the ending still is the exact same thing. It ends the exact same way. And I'm going to show you how. But before I do that, I'm going to show you exactly how long I've been playing this game, because you've seen my character in these videos, and my character's been at 150, 49, 155. But I'm going to show you exactly how long I've been playing this game, so you know I have been playing this game for a very, very long time, because I am more than one player. But I'm just going to show you that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Unity, and we're going to see the ending, which all of you have seen before. And then I want you to think to yourself, does the game end the same way every single time? Do any of my actions in this particular playthrough have anything to do with the next playthrough that you go through? The answer is no. Alright, so let's hit any button so we can get to this screen here. Instead of continuing, we're going to load, because I want to show you exactly how long I've been playing this game. So currently, you can see right now, all saves, you can see Scarlet and you can see Milton. We're going to go to Scarlet, and you can see she's at level 165. She's currently just sitting there on Fermi 2. We go back in, and we go to the character you've been looking at, and he's at 155. So I've been playing this game for a very, very long time. Now, one thing that I always do when I start over, well, not start over, but when I start a New Game Plus, whether I am just getting the, I've only done it a couple times where I just get the artifacts and the powers because I want to level up. I always keep the last save from the Unity. So we're going to load that up right now. And I'm going to show you, you only have one ending to Starfield. That's it. Nothing else. It doesn't determine what happens when you start up the game for your New Game Plus. Alright, so let's load up the Unity. I was gonna leave the entire load up screen in here and make you guys suffer, since I have to do this same shit. But I spared you. So let's turn around instead of going through the Unity and just walk back towards the person that I am. Now when you go through this ending and you put the armillary together in your ship, you always end up here. Your person who is talking to you always says the same thing. He says, "Are you enjoying the view? Eternity. I never get tired of it." Or, "It's beautiful. I never get tired of it." And then you say that every single time. And he goes, "Huh, do I?" "Yes, you do, motherfucker. You say the same shit every time." But when you go to the Unity, if you go back, even if you've gone through it already, if you go back over here,
by defeating both the hunter and the emissary,
he'll start telling you everything that he's already said to you. The only thing he will not repeat is what he usually repeats, or what she or whoever the I call him the keeper, whoever the keeper of the Unity is, will not say, "Who will you be in this universe? What choices will you make?" That's the only thing you won't hear. Now over here where the Crimson Fleet is, whether you side with them or not, if you had a romantic relationship with somebody, it would be off to the left. And that's where you would find out that if you had a romantic relationship with Sarah, for example, that she's decided to go through the Unity with you. But she doesn't go through with you. She doesn't. Your romantic relationships do not follow you through. The same way all the work you did, if you did an outpost, that's why I don't do a lot for the outposts. I will, because I have almost all my research done. I will make a really nice outpost and put it together, and I'll do a video on how you can, and just showing you the outpost. I'm not going to show you how to build one. I'm sure everybody knows how to build one by now. And just do certain things in this game while we wait for Shattered Space and find out what the hell that is going to be about. But you come through here and you see the same thing over and over and over again. And it does look like some of the characters are staring right at you. But I mean, that's what they're doing. You're watching whatever he decides. I'm saying he because I'm playing as a male character. You're just seeing whatever he wants you to see. But when you step through this ball, the game always ends like this. Now I'm sure you guys people have gone through the Unity before. I'm sure everybody has. If you haven't noticed, this part of the game, the music in this part of the game is the loudest. And I lowered the music for this part of the game by 50 decibels. And you can still hear it. I might lower it again before I put up the video, or I might just put it up and let YouTube take the music out, and just because they can just take the music out themselves. But I might lower it again to try and get it as low as possible, because if not, then they might end up just cutting out my commentary as well. So the Unity goes through this, and then you're gonna watch the credits roll. And as soon as you get to through the graphics designers, and you get to when you see the name Peter Graber, is when you're going to be able to skip and go to the New Game Plus. So while that happens, let me tell you what's coming up on the horizon on my side. I did say that I would be putting up videos of MLB The Show. I am, because there's some problems I have with it. But there's some good things I have with it as well. But I'm going to be doing a 10-part series of a game called The Quarry. It came out last year. If you've never played it before, if you have an Xbox and you have Xbox Game Pass, I would strongly suggest you try it. If you are playing on the PC, it is available to buy. I don't know how much it is on the PC. I don't know. I don't remember. But it has a 97 rating on Steam. It is a very good game. I started it yesterday on March 24th. I didn't sleep all night. I kept going until I beat it this morning. And I beat it this morning multiple times until I got the outcome I wanted because I kept screwing up. While there are some cheesy things written in there, the story itself is actually really good. The acting is really good. And there's Paul Graber. I think I said Peter earlier. Sorry about that. Paul Graber. And then you come back here to Nerion. Now, so what I'm going to do is do each chapter. So if you've never played the game before, there's going to be spoilers because you're going to be obviously watching. If you watch the video, you'll see each chapter, and each chapter you choose everything. You choose the dialogue, you choose what happens, you choose who lives, who dies. You might see at the beginning when there's light outside that some of the characters kind of look like they don't look like the people that they're playing with. For example, David Arquette is in the game, Ariel Winter, Halston Sage is in the game. But when the lights go out, they all look like they are really them. It is really, really great. Alright, let's turn back to this. We're going to reload the Unity, and 99.9% of the people that reload this is to check one thing. What abilities or actual extra things come on your suit? So every time you go through that Unity, you can reset. If you're not happy with the suit, you can go through the Unity again, and you can see the different kind of, things they put in to the suit. People are not going through it so they can get a different universe, because you don't know what universe you're in yet unless you go to the Mass District and you go back to the Lodge. Now, you can be in a different universe already, but if you go there and you find there's nothing but kids there, or if you find that there's nothing but, a whole bunch of yourselves there, what sucks the most is if you go back to load up and you like the suit that you're wearing because it has special abilities on it, then you find out you go over there and every single one of them are children, and the only option you have is just to grab the Unity artifacts and powers, and you decide, okay, that's all I'm going to do is just grab that shit. Or if you go over there and you find out that it's the same shit that you just did, because you can go through it and find the exact same thing. You can go through it again and say they're all kids again, and you go, son of a bitch. You go through it again, and when you come back through, you're not going to have the same suit. But most people do that just to see what comes with the suit. Same thing people do when you go to get the Mantis suit. You can save it right before you grab the Mantis suit, and then you can grab it if it's better to your liking on what the suit can do. But to tell you the truth, once you have one of the suits after you go through Unity, there is no reason to have any other suit unless you decide to look for something different. Now, I do wish they would let us pick the way our suits look on the outside, because I don't like the way that the last two suits have you walking around with what looks like a dirty ass rag wrapped around you. So, with that being said, I hope you guys stick around for the quarry when it comes up, when I start doing that, and to check out the video for MLB The Show, a couple of those. And if you agree with me that there's only one ending, that's great. If you don't, that's also fine. I don't mind. I love the feedback. You guys can leave feedback. I read them all. I try and get back to people. But keep one thing in mind. Every time you play the game, when you go through that Unity, is anything different? Does the game end in any other way? The only things that you can do different are, like, have a romantic relationship, side with the hunters, side with the emissary, side with nobody. You know, those only affect what happens really at when you're fighting at the end to get to the unity. But when you get to the unity, you just go right through it again, and that's it. Nothing else changes. So how many do you think there are? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, definitely get the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and do me one favor. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video.